back to another episode of the Underground Podcast, episode 15 now.
Yes, sir.
Again, we appreciate all the support. Appreciate Ty Ricketts for coming on that last episode. And we got Gabe in the cut today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Poster child.
We usually have you walk out, but injury.
Just had surgery,
Yeah,
so
facts.
won't do that to
Send
him.
him some love,
Appreciate
send some
it, guys.
prayers his way.
Yep.
How you been though?
I've been good, man. Just getting rehab, getting back to work,
Yeah.
get out of the house, man. I've been cooped up for like a month and a half. So
Sheesh. You want to touch? How'd you even? I think I remember you happening, but I didn't know it was that serious though.
Yeah.
Like we were in the wreck. Oh, you didn't go that day.
No.
We was in the wreck hooping, and he was like punching him. I didn't know you were that athletic, to be honest. That was the first time I ever seen him really dunk. But yeah, we was hooping. I look back because I'm sitting off the game, and they're playing. I look back. I look over, and then they're like, "Gabe got hurt." I said, "Ain't no way." But like, I thought you just twisted your ankle.
Yeah. I mean, I did, but
It was
All the
twisted
way.
enough to break it. So
Dude, I just did
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't break it, but
yeah.
oh my, we heard a pop.
Yeah.
You heard a pop?
No, I heard a crack, bro.
Oh,
it's even worse.
Yeah.
even worse.
It was
Thankfully,
pretty brutal.
mine was just a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you out for that?
It's been about probably 5 weeks. I got probably another 6 weeks. Like
Too
before I'm
bad.
like walking out of the boot, all that. So
Not too bad. Not
Yeah.
too bad. Perfect time for summer.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect
Exactly.
time for summer.
And be back training all summer.
Yeah.
Hopefully get back to where I was by the end of summer. But
You
see how it
will,
goes.
for sure.
Yeah, you're an Oregon kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, born and raised.
Yes, sir.
Okay, like what was your like recruiting process? Or let's start. What was your high school journey? Like,
Okay.
I know you're a multi-sport athlete and whatnot. Like,
Facts. Did it all in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Did
man.
it all.
Just found out you played football, so like just walk us through like your whole high school journey.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I went to Hidden Valley High School. It's a little 4A high school in Southern Oregon outside of Grants Pass.
Yeah.
No one knows where it's at. But, yeah, I started with track and cross country in like middle school. And then I went and played football. And then I didn't even play basketball till my 8th grade year.
Mm.
And then they were like, why is this guy not playing basketball? I was like, and I grabbing the
Facts.
rim. They're like, bro, get this guy on the team.
Facts.
Yeah.
Could have used you this year.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I would have loved to be out there. But yeah, man, it was interesting journey. I mean, track was really like my first love.
Mhm.
I found high jump, man, and that just became my obsession, just trying to jump higher and just kept like training for that. And that was like the biggest thing for me. So like that's probably why I never went anywhere for basketball. All I wanted to do was dunk. So I was in there all the time trying to dunk. But high school, I played all 3 sports. Football season was always pretty fun. We had a great football team. Shout out Jeremiah Noga, wide receiver at Oregon State, one of my best friends. We stayed late every day, 2 or 3 hours just practicing.
Wow.
And
What position you played?
I played corner and tight end.
Jeez.
So we played both sides, most of us,
How
because
tall
it's
were
a
you?
I
small
can
team.
see the tight end.
Yeah.
How tall were you in high school?
I mean, I was probably 6'4" by like freshman year.
Okay.
And I stopped growing.
That's crazy.
That's-
So yeah, I got my first dunk in 8th grade.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I didn't get
Rim grazer or
Uh,
you started?
It was a little bit. I could palm the ball, so it was a little gentle dunk.
Bro, I didn't start dunking until I was, what was it?
I still haven't started
Yeah, I guess you're right, bro.
that.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
secrets, bro.
Learn how to jump for real.
But yeah, I didn't start dunking until ninth grade summer.
Mhm.
So at 8th grade, and I got bounced, but
Yeah, I was tall,
That's
so
crazy.
that helped.
True.
But, and then I really started dunking freshman year,
Mhm.
and then sophomore year. I mean, I was on JV sophomore year, and that's when I really started dunking. Didn't get my first in-game dunk till sophomore summer. And two-hand dunk, two-hand baseline
Hey.
dunk, bro.
Hey,
Hung on
I know
the
you
rim,
felt like
bro. Didn't know what I was doing, bro. Yeah,
yeah, that's funny.
yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, then I tried to stop playing football. Coaches didn't let me do that. So
The basketball coach didn't let you do that?
no, the football coach.
Okay.
Yeah, we were really close with him.
Uh-huh.
He kind of made me feel hella bad. Came back, had a great junior year, so it was hard to be mad. And then had a great basketball season junior year.
Mhm.
We went to the playoffs first time in like 10 years.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then I didn't get junior to track, so that's kind of like messed up my recruitment process for track, because that was
Mhm.
like what I was like, oh, I go D1 in track. And that was
Mhm.
always like my biggest goal. You know, everyone's got to go D1.
Yeah.
So that messed it up. And I mean, for that whole summer, we didn't know what was happening. So I really just started working and stuff, but I kept grinding the whole time. Me and Jeremiah out there running hills, twice, 3 times a week, hitting the weights. That summer was really when things started to click and I started to become like an athlete.
Yeah, that's what people don't get too. Like those summers are,
Summer
especially in high
celebration.
school, when you don't
Mhm.
have anything really on your mind, stuff like jobs. You don't really have that at that point. Like
Yeah.
that's where you separate yourself.
For
I
sure.
remember
For sure.
those times when my body actually felt good, able to. Like
Yeah.
every day, I'm trying to do something else,
Mhm.
something new to level up.
Not even stretching.
Nah,
That's
back then,
crazy. I wasn't
no.
even stretch. Like I was, of course, I would like would do a little stretch a little bit, but I was never really stretching until this past year.
Yeah.
Year 6. Damn.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. It was always like,
Oh.
Or he's year
Man,
5. Like
that's crazy.
He acts like all right, yeah, whatever. Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
that's crazy because like for me, like athletics was always like I was always like the underdog. Like I was never like a lot of people think I'm like naturally athletic. Man, I was not. I grew hella early and I was uncoordinated. I didn't play ball sports growing up. So like I had to work extra hard just to get to the levels of my peers. And that's honestly like what like drove me. Like those summers, man, I tell everyone, summers like the time you get all your gains, man. Like you gotta be in there working, gotta be doing the extra stuff. Like I was big on stretching. I was always stretching all the way through high school, man. Yeah.
That's why he got
Facts.
Right. And then man, I just had to work harder than everyone. But weight room, I had a great weight coach in high school. Shout
That's
out
big
Coach
time
Bass.
too.
Yeah.
That's big time.
Yeah. He fresh out of college. He was giving us everything, man. I got decently strong. I wouldn't call myself strong in high school, but that helped a lot. And then just like having that extra work ethic. I would show up to practice, you know, I thought Kobe was the best player. So I'd show up to practice 3 hours early type. Yeah.
Dang.
It's a great mentality to have.
Yeah.
That just speaks on your success now, though. It really does.
Yeah.
Like what happens in the dark always comes to light.
Yes,
Always.
sir. I believe that.
Always.
I believe that.
But yeah, so you came here originally.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk a little bit about your recruiting process too.
Yeah. So COVID hit and I was grinding, and then originally, so what they was telling us was that we was gonna get basketball first, is what they was telling us. They was like, we're gonna play basketball first in the fall, kind of is like what they were saying. And then so my mindset changed. I was like, okay, I'm going full basketball. I was like, I'm gonna go D1 basketball. So that was my plan. I was in the gym every day. And then I went to the Elite 100 West Coast camp in Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was cool. Went out there, realized I wasn't going D1 basketball. I saw this guy, KJ Johnson. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he was a 5-star recruit. I watched his 6'1" dude dunk on a 7-footer. And I was like, yeah, I'm going home, bro. What was that? Chet Holmgren was there.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Team Sizzle pulled up.
Oh my
Bro,
gosh.
they told us we was getting put on random teams, and Team Sizzle pulled up and just like ran everyone. I was like, what's going on? And I get back from that, and we started. Then they told us that that basketball wasn't happening, and then it got pushed back to like spring. Like all sports got pushed to spring, and then they told us football was happening. So I started playing football. We was doing 7-on-7. We traveled a little bit for that. That was pretty cool. I mean, I never played 7-on-7 before, but like COVID gave me that opportunity pretty much. So we played a bunch of teams with that, and yeah, then we played. So we had 3 months to play all 3 sports. So yeah, so we played football. I don't even remember. I think it started in March, and we played 8 games, and I mean that was cool. It was a good season. I didn't get any film from that because we had like we changed from huddle for some reason, so we didn't have any film for that. And then we went into track for a month, and that was the craziest season of my life, that track season, because wait, okay, let me back up. I committed to Western in January of COVID, so like 2021. I committed.
Sheesh.
Yeah, because for football.
Okay.
Because they recruited me off my junior year tape.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I didn't have any track, or I had a little bit of basketball, but I went to 4A in Oregon, so I was like, I'm not going D1 for that. And I had some connections up here. I had some people that were competing up here, so that kind of like gave me an in a little bit. Came up here on my visit. Coach slowly brought me through my visit. We did a workout, and then I met the track coach because I was like, I'm gonna do both sports. Like, why not?
Yeah.
And we did our visit. It was pretty cool. I committed like next week. Me and Matthew Wamazu, we committed here, and Lawrence Matusak. So we had 3 commits here for football. And then, so yeah, that was going into before we knew we were playing sports. And then we got the sports season, and then I was like already committed. So I was like, I'm not going to back out, you know, like I'm a man of my word. So
did that give you some sort of like pressure off that season for football because you were already committed, or it was more just
yeah,
like,
I mean, it felt good.
Yeah.
Like, it felt good knowing I didn't have to worry about that. I mean, a lot of kids were struggling to get anything.
Yeah.
So, and I was getting some offers, or I got offers from like all the Oregon schools, except for SOU. Man, I'm so mad about that. All my boys got SOU offers, bro. I never got an SOU offer. Right down the street, bro.
Try hating, bro.
Yeah, but it's all good. And then my biggest mistake, man. So I reached out to Sac State, right, for track, like sometime during that winter, and I never checked my email, and they hit me back, and they was like, "Yo, we're definitely interested or whatnot. Like let's see how your track suit goes, whatever." I was already committed when I saw it. I was like, "Well, we'll go play football then."
When did you end up seeing it? Like
a month later, like 2 months later, bro. Yeah,
it was far
big mistake on me,
damn.
but I don't regret it.
Yeah.
I love Western, but then we did track, and I pulled my hammy first week of practice. Yeah, no practice.
Bro, those hamstrings are something serious too.
Yeah, first time dealing with injury too, like in a while. So, but then I competed every week at meets, but I didn't practice all week. And I would just compete.
That's for life.
Yeah, man, it was pretty dope. And what's crazy is I was PRing every single meet, man.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I was feeling super good. And then conference came up, man. And conference I had like probably the best meet of my life. Well, then best meet of my life at the time. I got 3 gold medals and 1 second place. I was doing 4 events. I've always been a multi-event guy.
Yeah.
But I broke the school record in high jump. That was like my all-time goal. So I had to do jump 6'7". It's one of my proudest. Yeah. One of my proudest achievements, man, was doing that. Whole team was there supporting me. We had a great track team, man. Shout out Nancy Hurley, our track coach, man. She coached us all the way from middle school up. Then we went to state, like basically our whole team, man. We went to state this COVID year, and we won state as girls, or men and women, won both sides, sweeped, bro. It was crazy. We had Jada Hurley. Yeah, we had Jada Hurley, one of the best female sprinters I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, she's at Oregon State right now. So she's a D1 sprinter. We had Kai Fisher. She set a state record for discus. Nasty shot putter. She went to Stanford. Then we had Jeremiah Noga, D1 wide receiver, won the 200, won the 400.
Athletes.
And then I won the high jump. I won the hurdles. And we had a bunch of other people in there just putting up numbers. So it was a great track team. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but it was a great track team, great year. And then we had to transition to basketball like the week after.
How was that transition though? Like
brutal, man.
So sudden. Like it's totally different sports. Like I can understand how football and basketball, they're totally different too, but going from really sprinting and then going to now you have to do a lot of up and down, up and back, and shooting and all that. You already know how to play basketball. Like how was that transition?
Needless to say, I was out of shape.
Yeah, what's that condition? Yeah, that's what people say. Like when they just play pickup, even they're dead. But it's a different type of.
But you run though.
No, not in high school. Not in high school. I high jump, long jump, triple jump. I ran the 110 hurdles. Oh yeah. So I didn't run at all. And like I said, I didn't practice. So I was hella out of shape, bro. So we got the basketball, and we had a new basketball coach that year too. And I love that guy, but I love my old basketball coach too. So no shade on him. But then we had a great basketball season, honestly, man. It was great to have that coach. I love Jordan Kessler. He's the first guy that really believed in me, gave me some confidence on the basketball court. I always struggled with confidence in basketball just because I started late and I had these older guys all the time. So he gave me some confidence, and he was like, yo, just go play your game. He's like, do you? He let me bring the ball up. You know, they was always trying to make me play center. I was 6'4". Yeah. So he gave me the ball. He said, do what you want to do. So, and that was the first year I was actually athletic coordinated. So I was
having fun out there.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's 4A basketball, so I was the tallest guy out there. So I had this game against our rival. I had 3 dunks, 4 threes.
Oh my God.
I was like, what's going on?
Jeez. We're gonna have to drop some highlights down.
Yeah. We'll find it. It's out there. But yeah, man. And then we're playing one of the better teams in the conference, Klamath Union, and I tried to dunk on this kid, and man, I hated playing this kid because he's the same height as me, but he was a true center kind of guy, but he was really fundamental. So he slid over, took a charge, and I'm like falling. We had these brand new stiff rims. I hit that rim so hard, man. I freaking busted my shoulder mid-game.
What?
Yeah.
I'm getting rim checked.
Yeah, in front of everyone too.
Were you at home?
Yeah. Refs down there going, bro.
My shoulder.
My shoulder. And coach had to keep me in the game because one of our guys falled out. We went into OT. I tried to shoot a 3. Did nothing, bro.
Man.
And then what?
And y'all lost?
Yeah, we lost. And then
I didn't mean to say it like that.
it's all good. It's all good. There was no playoffs that year, so it don't matter.
True.
But and then I was out for the rest of the season, just trying to get my shoulder healthy because I had what they call it. We had nationals for track because my 6'7" high jump was enough to go to Nike nationals, outdoor nationals.
So, like I've never even heard Nike. Like what? How was that?
So there's like 2 big national meets. There's New Balance and Nike.
Okay.
I was able to qualify for Nike, and I mean it's pretty much like if you like qualify and then like the kids that can go because you got to travel the country.
Yeah.
But lucky for us, it was at Oregon that year.
True.
So I got to go to Oregon's brand new facility, man.
Is that where they do the Olympic trials?
They did, yeah.
Recently?
I think they do it like all the time now.
That's actually
But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Sick.
We were like the first people to use it pretty much. It was pretty sweet. And I met a lot of good friends that I still have in college down there. And it was a good time. I didn't jump super well. I just spent the whole time like trying to get my shoulder right. And I just got done playing basketball and stuff. Yeah. So I was pretty burnt by then, but I think I got like 13th or something. So
bad at nationals.
Yeah, I'll take it. It was a good experience. I got a backpack. So it's a good thing.
There you go.
Got a nationals backpack.
Yes, sir. That merch is everything too.
Yeah.
Especially when you get older.
Yeah.
You can start saying anything to the kids. That's what every old head does now, bro.
I know these new bucks, bro. They got their backpacks. I'm like, I got the blue one. I got the blue one, bro.
Got the OG.
That's so funny. But like, since we're talking about track right now, like, what are some of your like biggest high school or accolades in track?
Yeah. So, I mean, I have one of my proudest things. I've set a school record everywhere I've went. I got my middle school record for high jump.
Still, like to this day?
Still, yeah. So I originally had the 7th grade and the 8th grade record, but some kid broke the 7th grade record.
Were you salty?
Nah. It wasn't that high. I wasn't mad. But then I got that 8th grade one though. That one ain't going nowhere. I jumped 6 foot, 8th grade year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
6 feet in 8th grade is crazy.
Yeah, one state that year. The record before that was 5'4". So
that's not going.
Yeah. So smacked that record. Yeah. That was one of my proudest things. We got to go up there, put our name on the board. That was like a cool moment.
From the school?
Yeah. So that was a cool moment. That's when I realized that's when a lot of my work paid off because like that's when I kind of got obsessed with like jumping that year. And that's honestly, I mean, to this day, jumping 6 foot is one of my proudest achievements. Yeah. Because that year I was so dedicated, so locked in. I was in the weight room as an 8th grader. A lot of kids where I was from weren't doing that. And that's when I learned like how important mental preparation was. Because that whole year I was just repeating 6 foot in my head all year, right? So we get to state, right? I hadn't jumped yet. I jumped like 5'10", I think. And we get to state, and I'm competing against this kid. I don't remember his name, but he went to Wesleyan. He was pretty good. But we're competing, and I missed the first 2 heights. You guys know how high jump works?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get 3 attempts at each bar,
yeah.
Right? And once you miss all 3, you're out, right? Yeah. And I was feeling great, super confident, like jumping good. Just, honestly, I was in the zone. Like that's what I'll put it as. And then we get up to 6 foot. I miss it twice. The other kid cleared it, and I had no doubt in my head. Like I knew I was clearing that bar, and I just went in there and I cleared it, and it was honestly what set everything for me. You know what I mean, going forward. And then I was like, oh, next year I'm gonna jump 7 feet, go to the Olympics. But sports don't work like that. Yeah, you don't just keep going up. I
was gonna say, hold on.
It's a journey, but and then so that's one of my proudest ones. And then more recently, I got the indoor heptathlon record for Western. So I'm pretty proud of that one. That one took me 4 years to get. So
still,
yeah, my boy JJ Walker said it before me. So
that's your roommate.
Yeah.
You think that one's going anywhere?
I mean, it's a pretty good score.
Yeah.
But we got a young freshman on the squad, Daquan McKay, and he's got a good shot if he sticks with the whole time, really locks in. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of events to learn, and Coach G is a great coach. What's that?
What are all the events? Like I know, was it high jump, long jump?
Yeah. So the indoor heptathlon, 7 events over 2 days. You come in, it's always early, bro. Come in 8 o'clock, warm up.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
lost me.
It's
Got me,
brutal, bro.
yep.
Yeah. You come in, you're not even awake. You got to run a 60-meter dash. Then you go to long jump. Then you go to shot put. Then you go to high jump. That's the end of the first day. It's not that bad, like compared to the decathlon outdoors. And the second day you wake up sore, hella sore, you know.
Yeah.
And then you run the 110 hurdle, or not the 110 hurdles, the 60 hurdles. Then you go pole vault, and then you run a 1,000-meter run, which indoor is like 5 laps.
Oh, okay, you got 1,000 meters. I thought it was way more than 5 laps. But
Yeah.
5 laps is crazy though.
Yeah.
What is, I mean, to branch off that, what does a practice look like then? You guys doing every event, like every day, or?
Nah. So we split it up. I mean, we have 4 serious practices a week, and it's usually like Mondays, like a speed power development. So usually sprinting, sometimes long jumping, usually like some shot put. Shot put's kind of like a power thing, and power and technique. And then sometimes we do some longer runs. We'll do some 300 sprints or whatever. But it just depends at the point in the season we are, because it changes. Because like early season you're conditioning, and it kind of like slowly gets faster.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of working on a throw every day, some sort of field event. And then the Tuesday is usually like our long run day. So we usually start off with like a half campus, like a mile run to warm up. And then we usually we'll do something like, I usually like to pole vault on those days, or throw javelin, or just some sort of like tech work. You know what I mean? Like there's so much technical stuff in track.
Yeah.
Always trying to get our technique down. And then Wednesday's our rest day. We usually do a little technique for something, but it's pretty light. And then Thursday we're back to sprinting, something fast, something jumping. Usually we high jump that day, or just run usually. Then Friday is like usually another long type of run, long workout. Because the thing as a multi is like, you have to train speed and power. Like that's the most important. But you also have to like know the technique of all the events and be able to run like pretty far, and just like have the capacity to do all these events, you know, and especially in like a couple of days. So, and then we lift 3 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So.
What does lift look like? Is it a lot of power? Or it's,
pretty much strictly power.
Straight power.
Yeah. So like, I mean, there's a little bit of strength development in the off season and like early season, but as we get into season, it's like power. We're always doing power cleans, some sort of power clean and jerks, back squatting, of course, front squatting, bench press. Those are like our big things. And then we always have some sort of accessory that we're working on. So, but yeah, a lot of pull-ups. Upper body strength is important for a multi, so we do a lot of pull-ups and bench press. So
I mean, respect to you, like that. The multi, that's so much. Or you got to be locked in for pretty much like 2 days, the whole meet.
Yeah, man, that's one of the hardest things, and that's like what you learn early on is like it's easy to like either like be worried about what you did in the last event, like how bad you did or not good, and then you got to forget about it and go to the next event, or just like just being locked in that whole day because it's all day, especially for the decathlon. You got 5 events both days. And it's just a grueling day. So to be locked in for each event takes a lot of strength, and it takes time to develop too, especially when you're young. You know,
if you trick off one event, like no way you make the podium, or it's not like that.
It depends how competitive the field is. It depends what event, because everyone's got their good events. So like if I was to really mess up in like high jump or something, that could really mess up my score, just because like
that puts you way above.
Yeah. So like, that's usually one of the events I account for to get a lot of points in, and like there's like a point system too. So like each event you do gets like based off like the world record, you get like a certain amount of points, like the max points being like 1,200, you know, but no one ever gets that because you're not setting a world record in the decathlon. But so.
Sheesh. Yeah. One more question on that would just be like, what's your meet day routine look like? I know you got to be there hella early, but like does that preparation start a day before or?
Yeah. So it starts multiple days. I mean, man, you got to get good rest before.
For sure.
Got to be locked in. Can't be doing nothing extracurricular, you know. Can't be outside. You got to be locked in, eating good that whole week, really. And then, like, you get to meet day, and it's like, I mean, I usually sleep pretty good on meet day. And then you got to wake up early. Like, for indoor conference, I was waking up at, like, 5:30. 5:30. And the hardest part is eating breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, forcing yourself.
Yeah, got to down that breakfast because you can't compete on an empty stomach. You got it all day. You got to fuel yourself. Most important thing as a multi is fueling.
What does that breakfast look like?
Well, conference, what did I have? I had eggs, bacon, I had a muffin. I try to eat as much as I can. Some multis can't eat.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of track athletes, man, you get nervous, man. Like butterflies, like all day. So that's a hard thing, just like scarfing it down as much as you can. And then you snack all day, like throughout the meet.
Like granola bars, grapes, and fruits and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, mangoes and stuff. I was always big on like gummies. I was always eating hella gummies and stuff. And hydration, man. You gotta be super hydrated.
Yeah.
You start cramping, you're done, man.
Yeah.
I've been there.
You stretch first thing when you wake up too?
The night before, yeah.
Night before you do?
Yeah, I usually stretch and like roll out. I was really big on rolling out this year. Coach Joe and I were big on that, roll out every day this year. And I think that was one of the best things that helped me stay healthy through the season. Because it's hard to be healthy as a multi, you know, you're constantly pushing your body as hard as you can in multiple ways. So I always struggled with that, but I was able to stay healthy for the most part this year. So
one more question. When y'all get done with like the events, like do you just go straight to the next one or is there like a little...
It's like 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
So
and it's like that throughout the whole day, like 30 off, 30 off, 30 off.
Yeah. So it's a 30 minimum, but the officials always try and keep a tight schedule because they're doing the rest of the events at the same time. But yeah.
That's no break. I thought at least get like a little hour and a half, take a little power nap or something.
The pros do. Like if you're at a big meet, they push it way out. But like at a collegiate meet, you're going back to back, and it's pretty tiring.
How close are you to like? I mean, it might be a crazy question to like Olympic numbers.
I'm pretty far out.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the levels are pretty crazy. Like I scored 5,100 points in the heptathlon. And
that just sounds crazy.
Yeah.
5,100. I don't really even know what that means. That just sounds crazy.
Yeah. The 5K was a big goal this year. So, I mean, it just sounds good, like you said. So, but.
There's a lot of people get 5K or is that actually?
Well, I'm the first one in Western Oregon history to get 5K.
Okay, my fault.
But
it's the face of the franchise.
There's a decent amount of people, though, I'll say, especially at D1. I mean, I was ranked. I ended at like 15 in the nation with 5,100 points. There's a couple of other people.
Nation is crazy.
Yeah. So
that's D1, counting D1?
No. So D1 guys, like 6K is kind of like world class. So 6K is like the pro guys, top D1 guys. Okay. And then like.
Still though, 15 in the nation for anything is crazy.
Yeah. I was like a couple slots away from making nationals. Yeah.
Still got one more year though.
Facts. Yeah.
Facts.
Outdoor is a different story though.
Is it
really?
Totally different event.
Is it just because it's like the weather, or is it just?
Yeah. I mean the weather. I mean a lot of people say indoor isn't real track, so
damn, for real.
A lot of schools don't even do it.
Damn.
Especially like in warm countries, you know, like not everyone does it, so. It's kind of like
it's not a sport though. Like it's still the same distance.
Yeah,
it just takes out like the wind and everything.
No, it's not the same distance. That's why it's different events.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
It's a smaller track.
So what's outdoor then?
So indoor track is 200 meters, so it's half of a real track.
What?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's super small, and like I said, we do like the 60-meter dash. Outdoor, you do 100, and then like. So like the outdoor decathlon is 10 events, and you start with 100.
10 events?
Yeah,
bro.
Are you doing outdoor next year?
Yeah.
And indoor?
No.
Just
yeah. Indoor is fun though, man. Indoor is a lot more fun than outdoor, but just because it's easier.
Yeah.
But outdoor, man, you start with 100, you go long jump, shot put, high jump, and then you end with a 400 meter, which is like one of the worst events. And then
you're still doing 30-minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
About
That's crazy.
And then you hit the second day, and you got the 110 hurdles instead of the 60. That's a totally different race.
Totally different.
And then what is it? Discus, pole vault, javelin, and then you have the 1500 instead of the K.
1500 meters?
Yeah. So like a mile. Wow. Yeah. So you do all these events, and then they're like, all right, go run a mile as fast as you can.
That's always the last event?
Always the last event.
Bro, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It tests your spirit a lot coming into that,
That's all mental.
Yeah.
That really is.
Pretty much, because you're cooked.
Wow.
You're so cooked. Yeah.
At the end of day 2?
Yep. Yeah.
That is.
I'm not gonna lie, I had y'all all like confused. Like I thought it was just running. Like no, that y'all do a whole bunch of other stuff that I know I couldn't do.
Yeah, let me put this out there. I don't like running. I don't like running at all.
Just you breaking records with running in it. So.
Man, if I was breaking your records, bro, I would like running. That's the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, a question though. We were just talking about the other day. When you're out there, are you like racing against your personal best, or like especially say in that mile, like you just racing to beat everybody in that meet, or are you racing like to get your time?
It depends, but depending on the race, you really want to race your own race.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're going out there I mean, especially in something like the 100, you know, if you're trying to like, if you think about the guy next to you, you're going to mess up because there's not enough time to like make it up usually. But like in the 1500, it's tough because there's always some guy that's running like a 4:20 mile. Yeah. So you can't go out there running with those guys. But something that really helped me in the K this year, because that's one of my worst events, was just go out there and run with the guys. Like go out there and compete and hang on as long as you can. So that helped me a lot, and I broke a lot of PRs that way. So
what's your mile time look like?
Mile time, it's sub 5. I'm trying to get it like 4:30 next year.
4:30?
Yeah.
Jeez. You think you go out around a mile right now? Think you get
with the ankle? Healthy ankle?
Healthy ankle.
Bro, well, at CCU we had to run under 5:15.
Under 5:15?
Bro, I ran a 4:08. 5:08.
Well,
I say 4:08. Yo, I'm tripping. Be in the Olympics right now.
The track team.
No, I ran a 5:08. That's my best mile ever.
That's good.
Bro, it was all summer though. I was training because we had a thing where like you couldn't practice if you didn't make the mile time. So before we even practiced, we were just playing pickup, and then we had our 5 a.m. mile run, and you had to get it, bro. 5 a.m. Like, I didn't even sleep that day. Woke up at like 3:30, stretched, put some honey on a piece of toast.
5 a.m.
Trenches.
Everybody know I don't go to sleep till around like 3 anyway, so 5 a.m. to me sounds like.
Yeah, I just took a nap. I took a nap that night, bro.
That's crazy as well. But like, what's your future looking like? I know you just started a business, actually.
Yes, sir.
How's that looking like right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for it, man. It's financial business. We provide a lot of financial services. You know, we can talk about budgets, investing, all that cool stuff. But it's just something that I've been like really passionate for a long time, just because like a lot of people are just undereducated about it. They just don't know about it. You know, they try and make it like pretty like scary, or like you think it's like something only old people do, but it's like investing is one of those things. You start younger, man, the better. You know what I mean?
I'm all ears.
So
I'm all ears. I'm gonna start tapping in.
Bro, I got you guys. Bro. Anyone out there? I got you guys. Hit me up. I'm also a business major, so I've been studying this kind of stuff for a minute.
Yeah.
I know we were talking before the pod. You're talking about you started when you were like in middle school.
Yeah. So I was an 8th grader trying to buy Bitcoin.
You knew about Bitcoin in 8th grade?
Yeah. I wish I would have figured it out.
Yeah, for real.
I'd be hella rich.
Are you still in crypto and stuff like that?
Yeah, hella into crypto, bro. I love crypto, and it's just not going anywhere.
No,
that's for sure.
Definitely not.
That's that digital currency.
Online money.
Talking about GTA money right there.
Exactly.
For real.
Wow.
But it's a powerful tool. Something that I think it's going to be in some games one day I see, and like it's going to be something that's going on for a long time. So
very true.
You always knew this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I always want to be involved with money. I love money, so I was like, what's the quickest way to get to money? You know what I mean? Finances, that's where it's at.
True.
So, yes, sir.
Very true. You want to try to play? I mean, not play. You trying to run like after college is done? Trying to make some trials, or you just
what's that? Like, how do you go pro?
So pro track is brutal, man, because like you get done, there's no leagues. Like there's no like G League or overseas league really. So it's like you got to compete like unattached. I mean, unless you're really good, then you just go pro. You know, you sign with a team, they pay for you or whatever. But like as like
when you say team, you mean like
Nike,
Team USA,
like Nike, Puma, whatnot. Brands pay for these people.
Okay.
So there's no like teams. There is like the USA teams and whatnot. And they'll pay for your stuff when you make those teams.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, there's a world team every year, like the world championship team. You got to qualify for that. Got to go to USA Nationals. So maybe like one day, like maybe make a nationals team. We'll see how the end of next year goes. But I'd have to improve quite a bit to make it to that. But I don't know. It's something that's kind of like, I don't know if I could see myself letting track go, you know, anytime soon. So there might be a couple like post-collegiate years I might stick around and keep training. But training's pretty brutal, so we'll see what happens in the future. You know.
Would you want to be a? Oh my.
No, go ahead.
Would you want to be a track coach? Like,
just that's crazy.
give that knowledge back down.
Like I don't know. I've always loved coaching. I've done a little bit of volunteering around the area, like North Salem and stuff. And Coach G makes me coach the athletes all the time when I'm there. He's like, "Hey, go fix them or whatever." And he always says I'm gonna be a coach. Like he always says, I tell him what I'm gonna do. He's like, "No, you're gonna be a coach, bro." And I'm not against it, but there's just not a whole lot of money in coaching. So like I feel like it's more one of those things that would be like when I get to a spot where I'm like ready to give back to my community, go coach some high school track or something. So
definitely.
I don't know about collegiately, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, never know.
One question I remember we were talking about a little bit. What's that? So you were on a hoop team. You're on a football team.
Yeah.
What's that team setting like? Because in track, like it's team, but it's individual.
Yeah.
So what's it like? I mean, do you know everybody on the track team or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my goal to always know everyone. It can be kind of hard sometimes, like, because there's so many events and we all train differently, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard to, like, get to know everybody. But, I mean, our coach does a really good job of, like, creating, a real team atmosphere.
That's
like,
great.
we have, like, some team get-togethers. We usually do, like, a bowling night, a dinner night. So, and then, like, traveling is, like, when we really get to know everybody because you're just with everyone. And then the big conference meets, that's when everyone's together. You're cheering everyone on. So that's what's cool, you know? Everyone's always supporting each other because you're not, like, competing against each other really, you know? It's, like, for the team. And then, even the people I compete against, like, I'm really good friends with all of them, like, because we're all competing against ourselves at the end of the day. So it's like we'll be like chit-chatting the whole time, and like some of my best friends are like some of my best competitors. So
that's cool.
So it should be.
Yeah.
I just went to the track meet that they just had last week. Was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Bro, it was actually so cool to see. I know one senior, she was running a long event. She said like her personal best. It was like her last meet or whatever. And just seeing everyone around her, damn, it made me shed a tear. I was like, damn, bro, this is dope. Like,
man.
Everyone's locked in, pushing each other, but at the same time, like it's at the end of the day, you guys are just competing against yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And just like when you set that PR and your team's cheering for you, man, that's one of the best feelings. Like, because like track, man, you can spend years trying to beat your PR. You said years ago, you know. So it takes a lot of hard work, and when those moments happen, man, you got to cherish them. So
for sure,
definitely,
for sure. You a big bag? You got some
big bag?
You got some big bag snacks or meals? We usually ask.
Fact, I wasn't gonna. You say you was like eating like you eat healthy during the week and stuff. So I was like,
every athlete got their cheat days. So.
My cheat meal?
Yeah, give us a cheat meal. At least
man, I work next to Carl Jr., bro. I eat that like every day. I mean, damn, I love ice cream, bro. I'll mess up some ice cream all night, bro. But really, man, shoot, big back meal. What was yours? Like, give me your guys. Give me an example.
We got to cut one dessert last year, bro. We were. I think we were watching a playoff game. We're just like, damn, bro. I had a sweet tooth. He had a sweet tooth.
Thanks.
We're like, damn, ice cream sandwich sound good. Or he was talking about he was like
McDonald's cookies.
He's like, I want McDonald's cookie. I'm like, damn, cookie bro. I'm feeling like getting a blizzard. So we're like. An ice cream sandwich. So I drove to the Dairy Queen, got a blizzard. He drove to McDonald's, met back up.
You put them together?
Yes.
Yo, fire!
I forgot what blizzard you got.
Oh, I think it was like an Oreo one. It was just like a classic.
We both got 2 different blizzards, so we just scooping them under the cookies, like fresh cookies, and just.
Yo, sorry, that's a big back meal.
That was something different.
So that's why when we first like started doing the pod, I was like. Every athlete really does have like a cheat, and one of our cheat meals is we haven't had that in a long time. Tonight might be the night.
Okay.
You guys might have put me on. I don't know. I'll be cooking a lot, bro. I'm a big cook. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I got like some pasta recipes that I cook up every time, and I was eating that a lot during the season, and then I cook a lot of steak. So steak and eggs is like one of my favorite things. So,
it's a great meal.
Yeah.
Never go wrong with steak and eggs.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my biggest thing during the season. I try and like cook as much as I can because I know I'm eating good.
I was just talking to QB, one of our teammates. Well, you know QB.
Yeah.
We were just talking to QB today after we met with Scott. I was like, bro, during the season I was cooking like so much, and now like I rarely cook really. Like I would cook here and there, but now I'm just grabbing quick like Yangs or something.
Yeah.
Habiba, you have Habiba?
Bro, I love Habibas, bro.
We all just had Habiba today though.
That's my favorite.
Shout out Habiba.
Fire.
For real.
Yes. I don't think a lot of people know. I mean, they see it, but like I don't think a lot of people go in there.
You guys get that carrot cake or what?
No, never had it. Gas?
Bro, what? What about the cheesecake?
I didn't even know they had
cheesecake.
I didn't know
they got the cheesecake with blueberries all over it, bro.
What?
Bro.
It's like right there in
That's a secret menu?
No. Bro, it's the Big Mac menu, bro.
Okay.
Bro. Nah, but I was on DoorDash because I was like up in the house for a month and a half, bro. DoorDashing 3 times a day, bro.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst it's been, but Habiba's at least once a day. Habiba's in the Sippery, bro. I love the Sippery.
Yeah. Sippery's fire.
Sippery's good energy, like good vibes too.
Yeah.
Go in there and you can chill out for like an hour.
Yeah. Facts. Those are good people. Love the barista vibes.
Yeah. Facts. Oh, yeah.
Shoot. Wrap it up right there.
Yeah,
Don't want to take too much time.
Yeah.
NBA hoops? Who you got? We got win it all.
Man, Lakers in 5.
Can't dap you up. I'm a Clipper fan. I'll dap myself,
Clippers fan, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, Lakers in 5 for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I love Luka, bro. I've always loved LeBron too. Who's the GOAT?
Stu wakes up and says, like, one more fact about LeBron.
Yes, sir.
LeBron,
I think it's, I don't think there's a crazy, like,
it's
debate. It's just statistical. He's so much.
And longevity-wise, like, you just got to put it in.
You got to tip
alone.
your hat, bro.
And accolades alone. He got all accolades.
Yeah. And the 2018, 2017 season, bro.
The best Brown.
That's the best player ever,
bro. Signing clothes, bro.
He probably missed like 2 games. I could talk about Brown all day.
Yeah. All right, I got another question for you guys. Go musician.
Musician?
I know who his is. I know who is. Drake.
Nah.
Come on.
Honestly,
GOAT? I mean,
me personally, I like listening to Rod Wave the most.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Not even on
no
those Sim stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
nah.
he could really speak to the soul.
No, he really can. I like old Raw Wave though.
Yo, me too. Me too.
Yes, sir. So
he had one on his last one, Federal Nightmares, where he just started spazzing. I was like, I haven't heard about this. Nah, Rod's probably.
I don't know. I know, but Drake he's like a close second. I'm gonna say Future.
Future?
Big Future fan.
I can see that. Yeah.
Big Future fan.
Hendrix. I didn't say Drake.
Drake.
I'll probably say Future, then Drake.
Yeah.
And then probably Rod.
Yeah.
That's all I've been playing for like the last 3 years, 4 years. Those 3 on repeat.
Yeah. Drake and Brent Fayez.
Ooh.
Always got Brent Fayez, bro.
Ooh.
That's my guy right there, bro.
Yeah.
He only not number 1 because he don't got enough music.
Yeah. You know Sonder?
Yes, bro.
Okay,
I know Sonder, bro. Bro. What does it say? Sonder.
No, that's crazy.
That is actually
on,
crazy.
bro. You know what it means?
No, I don't.
That's
just like.
That's like his thing, yeah. So Sonder is like, you know, that moment when you realize that everyone you ever see or meet is living a life as deeply complex as your own. Everyone's had that moment in their life where you're like, dang, all these people have a life just as crazy as my own. They're all going through these things, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like that moment of realization. So I learned that from Brent, and actually Marlon, my old roommate Marlon told me about that, and it's always stuck with me. And I ended up getting it tatted, but
that was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy pull.
That is hard.
It's really tough.
Yeah, and I got a Brent Fayez shirt. I don't mean to glaze too much, bro. I'm glazing Brent Fayez shirt, bro. But yeah,
I have a LeBron shirt on right now. Trust me, they would have seen the LeBron shirt too. So I'll be glazing.
You trying to get more ink?
Yeah, bro. I got like the rest of the sleeve already mapped out, but these tattoos are pretty special to me. It's for my gramps that passed, and he was a pilot, so I got a paper airplane, and this is the day he passed. And I'm blessed just because we're blessed every day. But I got fear God above my knees, so I got 7 tattoos right now. I'm trying to finish the sleeve here soon. Gonna get a piece from my dad. He passed a couple years ago, so yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, you guys don't got any ink?
I got a couple.
Nah.
Got blessed.
Damn, that's
crazy, bro. Blessed. My parents' initials behind my ears.
Oh, that's tough. I got my mom's initial on my finger.
Tough. Yeah. Tough. And then I got my grandma's favorite patch. She always says is "Blessed and highly favored of the Lord."
I love that.
I had to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get more, but
expensive.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get incomplete. Like I want to be able to finish. I want a whole sleeve.
Yeah,
I do, but I would need the bread to finish it.
Yeah,
because I don't really want to get a patch up here and one down here.
You gonna sit in my chair for a minute too.
Nah, facts.
Yeah,
but the tattoo paint it's not bad. I like it.
It's really not that bad.
It's really not bad.
It's
That's
nothing.
It's not.
Yeah, nothing like breaking your ankle. Put that out there.
Tyranny.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Torn patellar tendon.
No way.
Yeah, what was it, 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years. You would say 2 years ago.
Complete tear?
Partial. Like right down, like one fat one down the middle, and then a lot of like vertical tearing.
Surgery?
Yeah. That's why I didn't play last year. That's on the 6th year.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I thought mine was bad.
Yeah. No, that's good, bro.
That's up there.
Things at age 21, I'm gonna be 24, so like it's bound. It's
gonna
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said when I rolled my ankle. I'm like, could be my knee. It could be so much worse.
Yeah. That's why I told everyone. I was like, this is like top 5 worst things that could happen, but it's not number 1.
No,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm very thankful. I mean, it's good timing, and everything happens for a reason. So I strongly believe that. So
come back stronger, better, breaking more records.
Yep,
facts.
That's the goal, man.
Jeez.
The outdoor season next year.
Yeah,
Gonna be the old head, man.
going for that 6K.
Yeah,
Going for it.
6K,
outdoors 7K.
7K.
Yeah,
That's the
7K
goal.
outdoors. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That school record is low up there though.
What is it?
7,500. That's Olympic trials level right there.
Really?
Is it
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So
Sheesh.
that's some guy. He came over from Sweden, competed for a year, broke all records, and left. Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Actually, he only played one. He only ran 1 year, and then it's like, yeah.
He was like 25 though.
Oh,
Yeah,
sheesh.
it is
Bro,
ridiculous.
what are you doing?
Bro, he cheated, bro. I don't care, bro.
What are you doing?
If I get second place, bro, that's my record, bro. I don't care, bro.
Sheesh. No. But,
Hey, yeah.
It's good to have you on the pod, bro.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
get
appreciate you
back.
guys.
We gotta get you back on, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey.
We're gonna tell your roommate. Tell your roommate.
Yeah, we'll get JJ Walker on
Facts.
here. Yeah.
Tell him to come. We gotta get him on here because you tell me a little bit about his stories, but he got some.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe to get him on the pod, please.
Yeah.
Facts.
And tag him, JJ Walker.
Tag him in the comments below. Tag him. We're gonna get you on, JJ. Trust me.
Before we go, I brought a little gift for you guys.
For real?
What?
Yeah. Just because I love what you guys are doing. I just want to support the system. It ain't nothing crazy. I work at Dutch Bros, so I got you guys some free drinks.
Appreciate that.
Nothing
it,
crazy.
brother.
Nothing crazy.
Appreciate
Nothing
that.
crazy.
Bro.
Shout out Dutch Bros.
Yeah, shout out
Motown.
Dutch.
Hey, he gonna be the owner soon.
Facts.
Of the one in Monmouth.
Yeah.
One
Manager working his way up.
Facts.
One day, baby.
I just love, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate that,
Yeah, of
bro.
course, bro. You guys been here a long time. You guys are good people, so.
Appreciate
Appreciate
bro.
that. Yes, sir.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Yup. Go give him a follow on all his socials.
Facts.
We put it in the description. But
Yes, sir.
Facts.
stay tapped in too. Who knows? Team USA one day.
One day,
records.
I
baby.
believe it.
Let's
Breaking
go.
records. But yeah, stay blessed.
Peace.
Stay blessed, y'all.